Okay, so this is question 13 in problem set 5, one similar to it. So the question is that a farmer finds that there's a linear relationship between the number of beanstalks N she plants and the yield Y each plant produces. When she plants 40 stalks, each plant yields 31 ounces of beans. When she plants 45, each plant yields 27 ounces of beans. Find a linear relationship in the form Y equals Mn plus B. That gives the yield when the stalks are planted. Now, oftentimes in word problems, we change the variables to mean other things. So, usually you see y equals mx plus b, right? It's just that the x and the is being replaced with the n, okay? No big deal there. So when working through a word problem, of course, read the entire problem first. Just try to identify some important things. For example, it's a linear relationship. So when I see that linear relationship and it talks about finding it in this particular form, the first thing that runs through my mind is I need the slope and I need 2 points. So those are the things I'm going to look for in the problem. Okay? So remember, an ordered pair or point on a graph actually kind of means something, right? And as I go through here, see, plants 40 stalks and gets 31 ounces. Okay? That would be an ordered pair. So N is the number of stalks, and that's playing the role of X. So that's the first number in my ordered pair. So there's 40 stalks, 31 ounces of beans. So that's one of my ordered pairs. Then I see also that when there's 45 stalks, there's 27 ounces of beans. So here's another one. There's 45 stalks, 27 ounces of beans. So I've got my 2 points, and that's all I need to write the equation of a line. So the first chore then is finding the slope. So remember the formula for slope is m equals y2 minus y1 over, in this case, it's going to be n2 minus n1. So normally we would use x's, right? But we've changed the variable, so don't freak out about that. Another good habit to have is label your points, n1, y1, n2, y2. That'll help you when you go to substitute things in to not accidentally put the wrong variable in, or the wrong number in for the wrong variable, okay? So y2 is 27, y1 is 31, n2 is 45, n1 is 40. So there's our slope. So 27 minus 31 would be negative 4 over 5. So we would have a slope of negative 4/5. Now, to write the equation of the line, I always start in point-slope form. So for this one, we'll have y minus y1 equals m. Now, normally you'll see it as x minus x1, right? But for this problem, since I'm using different variables, I'm going to change my x's out for n's. Okay. Now, in this form of the equation, the y and the n, or x if you're in another problem, whatever, is going to stay those variables. Okay? And then we just have to substitute in all of the stuff that we actually have. So y minus y1, the slope we know is negative 4/5, and then it's n minus n1 would be 40. So there's an equation for the line right there. Now, oftentimes you have to write it in that slope-intercept form, the y equals mx plus b stuff. So to do that, it's always the same 2 steps. Take this number and distribute it to get rid of your parentheses. So that's going to give us negative 4/5 n plus, and then 4/5 times 40, it's going to be 32. The next step is to always, whatever number's beside the y, you have to add or subtract it to get rid of it. Since it's a minus 31, I'm going to add 31 to both sides. And what's that going to give me? We're going to have y equals negative 4/5 n plus 63. And there is the linear relationship that we want.